Hi, my name's Jason Dickson. I am the author of Realise Your True Potential. Let me be real with you. Not so long ago, I found myself stuck, feeling lost and wondering if I'd ever become the person I wanted to be. My life felt empty and the relationship I was in had become all about money and property and no real connection or passion left in the relationship at all. Somewhere along the line, I disappeared in the pursuit of quick rewards and easy escapes. I was trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage and procrastination. Whenever things got tough, my mind convinced me to give it all up. I'd get excited by starting something new, but as soon as it got hard, I'd hear this, "It's too much. Why bother? You're going to fail again." Here's the paradox. I'd been a personal trainer for nearly 30 years, helping others unlock their true potential, transform their bodies and minds, and reach goals that they never thought was possible. And yet, outside the gym, I struggled to lead myself. I could lift others up, but I couldn't always find my own strength. It wasn't my skills or experience holding me back. It was actually my mindset. It was my doubt and fear kept me from taking new steps. Looking back, I know this started in childhood. I was bullied, too afraid to stand up for myself, and I believed I wasn't strong enough or worthy enough. Words from someone I admired tore me down, and I carried those stories in my life. Then came the turning point. I hit my lowest point. I left my marriage, stepped out of my old life, and gave myself space to heal, rethink who I was. I traveled through Europe to do this. I traveled for months. I was determined to become my best self, healthier, happier, and finally at peace with who I am. I became fascinated by how our minds work, by the power of the subconscious to shape our habits. My first breakthrough was learning how to quiet my mind, to become aware instead of running on autopilot. That shift changed everything in my life, my career, my sense of purpose. And that's why I'm here today, because if I can make that change, so can you. Small habits, self-awareness, deciding to step forward even when it feels tough, these are within the reach of you. You're capable of so much more than you think. Your best self isn't out of reach. It's waiting now for you to take that very first step. So let's go. Let's step forward.
Hi, I'm Taryn Fitzpatrick, and this is my story. As someone who has personally experienced the transformative power of aligning with nature and science, I am deeply passionate about sharing this journey with you. My path to wellness began long ago, but it really took a deep dive 8 years ago. I was living my best life in Byron Bay after stepping away from a grueling career in construction. I immersed myself in the alternative lifestyle Byron has to offer, spending days learning to surf, teaching yoga, and soaking in the beauty of sunrise and sunset. I embraced the carefree rhythm of life. If you've ever been to Byron Bay, you know what it's like. What I didn't know was that my life was about to change forever. It was another beautiful morning in paradise, much like the day before. I went about my morning blissfully unaware that by 9 a.m. everything I knew and loved would be taken from me. That morning I was moving some crates, so everything was tidy before the other workers arrived. With the last crate, a 20-kilo bundle, I swung to the left, and then there was nothing but pain. A piercing ringing filled my ears like a siren, and I had a deep, unsettling sense that something was very wrong. I had sustained a traumatic brain injury after what seemed like an incidental accident. A steel pole jutting out of a concrete wall where it never should have been struck the left side of my temporal bone, causing my brain to slam back and forth into the skull. My neck jarred in and sideways, and I fell into the adjacent wall. At first I assumed I'd be fine, but by the end of the following week, I could no longer get out of bed, do simple tasks like showering, preparing my own food, or look after myself. A growing list of symptoms consumed me, and suddenly being in my own body became the most terrifying place on earth. The last 8 years have been a relentless battle as I continued to claw my way out of debilitating symptoms that spiraled far beyond what they should have. Doctor after doctor, specialist after specialist, all echoed the same dismissive messages. I spent every cent I'd saved trying to get better, For years, I lived under full-time care of my sister and mother, not able to engage in anything life beyond survival mode. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, they did. For almost 3 years, I spent every day trapped in bed. I wasn't able to look at the TV, read books, listen to podcasts, just me and my thoughts in a body that felt like it was slowly killing me. Every second became a source of trauma, the unbearable pain, dizziness, heart rate fluctuations, breathing difficulties, fatigue, anxiety, and many, many more. It's hard to put into words how many things I was experiencing and how severe they were. The days turned into weeks, into months, and then months into years, until one day a doctor finally took one look at me over Zoom and admitted me onto the neurological ward at Epworth Hospital. It was here that I spent an intensive 3-month stay. 4 years after my initial injury, this was the turning point I needed, and I felt a sense of knowing that death was no longer lingering on my doorstep. Fast forward through 8 years of lost time, lost health, income, lost friendships, and lost independence. Life as I knew it had completely unraveled. But today, after years of struggle, I'm here before you to share the strategies and tools that helped me rebuild my life from scratch. These practices allowed me to regain independence, forge new friendships, reclaim lost time, and finally live and love again.
In this talk, we'll uncover the science and art of habit change, sleep, movement, subconscious reprogramming, and fuel for your body and mind, while also shining a light on one of the modern workplace's greatest threats to fulfillment: burnout. What is a habit? A habit is a routine behavior or action that you repeat regularly, often without consciously thinking about it, and they're hard to break. But making new ones can be easier to create, but only if you make a routine of your actions. Let's take a look at how this plays out in real life. For example, one client of mine, a very busy mum, juggling work and family, started with something very simple. She began by jotting down a few thoughts in each journal each night before and after bed. She also made a conscious effort to eat meals that reduced inflammation and set a goal of doing just 5 minutes of stretching every morning. That was it. At first, these changes seemed small, almost too easy. But as the weeks went by, she noticed a real difference. Her energy picked up, she felt clear-headed, and her confidence began to grow. Eventually, these small shifts helped her find the motivation and focus she needed to go for and land a promotion at work. It's proof that everyday habits, when done consistently, can lead to big changes over time. Habits are the building blocks of lasting transformation. We'll discuss how to identify bedrock habits and the neuroscience behind successful habit formation.
Somebody's watching me, is my anxiety.
In today's fast-paced workplace, corporate burnout is more common than ever. But what exactly is burnout? And how can we recognize and address it before it takes its toll? Stress begins when your mind and body sense a threat or a challenge, whether it's real or imagined. It may start with looming deadlines, high workloads, office conflicts, or sudden changes. Your body springs into action, releasing hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, the fight or flight response. In small doses, stress sharpens our focus and helps solve problems. But ongoing or extreme stress wears us down, leading to fatigue, irritability, trouble concentrating, and even headaches, migraines, or digestive problems. Over time, it erodes resilience and leads straight to burnout, harming both performance and the quality of our life.
Try dividing your day into 3 segments. Dedicate the first 8 hours to moving your body slowly and tackling your most challenging tasks. Use the next 8 hours for easier work and preparing for tomorrow. And reserve the final 8 hours for getting restorative sleep. This approach helps you maximize both your energy and effectiveness.
Incorporating regular movement into your routine increases growth hormone. It improves your mood and strengthens both physical and mental resilience. Even a short daily walk can have a great and meaningful impact. Starting your day with movement is a powerful way to organize your body by increasing blood and oxygen flow. Small steps like choosing to walk or take the stairs can make a big difference. Additionally, incorporating resistance training, whether at the gym or at home, is especially important for promoting long-term health and longevity. Practices like mindfulness, intentional planning, positive self-talk, and visualization can help reshape limiting thought patterns and alleviate ongoing stress. Start by envisioning your ideal future. Next, identify the specific goals you need to pursue to make that vision a reality, and consider the qualities or habits you'll need to develop to become the person capable of achieving those goals. Once you've clarified these steps, create an actionable plan. Interestingly, the last 15 minutes before you fall asleep and the first 15 minutes after you wake up are when your subconscious is most active. Use this time to journal your gratitude and write about your goals and dreams as if they'd already come true. Describe how you feel and the actions you're taking now that you've achieved your vision. This action helps reinforce positive change and keeps your aspirations top of mind. Be sure to ask plenty of questions so you fully understand what is expected of you and in any conversation that you have with everyone. I always say, if you think you've got it all figured out, there's a good chance that you don't, and that's where mistakes, assumptions, and poor judgment often happen.
Choosing foods that fight inflammation can help regulate your hormones and support steady energy throughout the day. Focus on eating lean proteins, healthy fats, whole grains, and a wide range of colourful fruit and vegetables, especially those that are locally sourced and in season. This is very important. These foods provide essential nutrients and enzymes that benefit your overall health. Remember to stay hydrated throughout the day. Try to have breakfast around sunrise. Enjoy lunch at midday with foods that don't cause a spike in insulin, and eat dinner near sunset. Whenever possible, steer clear of processed and packaged foods. By focusing on these areas, anyone can build a resilient foundation for lasting well-being and success at work.
Now that we've covered the science and fundamentals, it's time to personalize your journey. Take a moment to reflect. What's one habit, no matter how small, that could move you closer to your best self? Write it down with a pen and paper. Then commit to trying it for the next week. Remember, change only happens step by step and never all at once. One way I put this into practice is by making it a point to ask at least one meaningful question to every person I spend time with each day. This not only helps me learn more about others, but it also strengthens my communication and connection with them. Now the floor is yours to ask questions that address specific challenges around habit change, stress, or burnout. Remember, burnout is serious, but it is preventable. Stay alert to the signs, support yourself and your colleagues, and prioritize habits that promote holistic health. Together, we can create workplaces where people truly thrive. Now, from us, thank you for joining Realize Your True Potential. Your journey starts now with one small step at a time. Thank you.